It doesn't benefit anybody. So women have to come together to set.
Are you addicted to your phone?
Yes, I'm an addict.
Tony, hey guys, you must know she's a fashionista for note. But
Those bad guys, we don't even have time for that. It's just, do you have, like you say in Nigeria, do you have sense? Are you a sensible? Are you a sensible person? Do I value?
hi, my name is Tendai Marowa, the founder of the Legacy of True Beauty. Welcome to Incite with Tendai, all about impact and inspiration, with some of my influential favorite people who will be sharing about their journey, authenticity, and changing the narrative. So today, I've got this lovely woman. She's a fashion icon. She's also one of the top panelists, not finalists, correction guys, panelists for the show that has been buzzing called The Buzz TV show, where it's all about women coming together, talking about relationships, politics, and all the dynamics. And what I love about this show is that all these personalities, they come together and they share their view. So today I am blessed to have Pearl Umeh, who's originally from Nigeria. But no, wait a minute guys. This woman has had experience in customer service and also in human resources. So hey guys, I want to learn some tricks. So today, welcome Pearl. I'm blessed to have you, my love. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Absolutely Pearl on Instagram, guys. On Instagram. How you been?
I've been good.
How's been the pandemic treating you? Or it doesn't feel because you're always like up and down and working
Up and
shit,
about, yes.
out and about, and
Yes, but playing safe. Masks, sanitizers, washing the hands, and all of that. We can't be too careful.
That's true. That's true. So tell us, who is Pearl in a nutshell?
Ooh, Pearl.
Oh, yes, I want to know too.
Okay, so Pearl is a girl of many hats. You said I've done customer service, human resources.
Yes.
I'm also an investment and risk manager,
Wow.
and now a TV personality. Thanks to the course. Yes, I'm 34 years old, a Nigerian. I'm based here, married, based in Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm a friend who people call a friend, and that was one of the reasons why I went into the buzz, because they asked, are you outgoing?
Yes.
Are you the kind of friend that friends come to meet for advice? And I was like, okay, they just defined me. I think I should. I've been doing this for free, giving
Now, at
advices,
least
counseling
I'm okay.
people for free. At least now I'm going to get money. I'm well versed in people matters,
Yeah.
people management. I'm a very observant person. I love observing people.
Yeah.
So it's part of these experiences that got me into the buzz.
And have you ever seen yourself when you were young? Did you see yourself as someone that went into the entertainment industry, or it was something that instantly, when you started seeing it, and you're like, okay, maybe I should try it?
Fam, I've always known I would be in the entertainment industry. I've actually had a stint with it back then in Nigeria in acting. It didn't really work out fine, but I had a little stint with it. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's something I was willing to drop out for.
Yeah.
Drop out of school. And my schoolmates would say, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? And I'm saying, okay, we are going through school to get all these certificates, to get money, to get jobs. If I'm able to get this job, why do I have to continue? Right now, where I'm standing, I know things. I think I'm educated. I wouldn't call myself an illiterate. So
Yeah.
why do I have to go through all this first? But thankful for my parents, I had to stay straight and finish up in school and get all my degrees. I've got a degree in finance, that's bachelor's degree, and master's degree in investment and risk management.
So finances, now I know who to come for some money.
Yeah.
So, Pearl, let's talk about your father. Because
Okay.
your father, you're very close to him. You value his advice. When you need advice, he's the first person you go to.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask, as us girls, we always like to joke and say when we pick a life partner, we always pick good traits of our father. Do you feel like you went through that process with your husband?
No.
He's very different from your dad.
He's nothing like my dad. They're just two different people. So I think as we grow up, we know right and wrong.
Yeah.
We know good and bad. So we know the good parts of maybe our fathers and the bad parts.
Yes.
I don't think we'll be willing to see the bad, and see it in someone else and want that. So you can want the good parts of him, but I think, lived experiences shows you what you don't want in life. And then maturity and your value shows you what you do want in someone. So maybe the kind of man you would have wanted when you were 18 is different when you're 28,
Yeah.
because you've had experiences between them to say, okay, I thought I wanted this, I don't want this. And us girls, we go through this phase of wanting bad guys when we're younger. The bad guys were always, ooh, we like that.
They were hot.
Very hot. But as you grow older, those bad guys, we don't even have time for that. It's just, do you have, like we say in Nigeria, do you have sense? Are you a sensible are you a sensible person? Do our values align? So all those superficial stuff, it fades away, and then you really know what you want. So not necessarily, you don't necessarily need to pick traits in your dad. If your dad was a wonderful man, it's fine. You could say, I want someone like my dad, but not necessarily.
And what have you learned from your father, like the values that you still carry till today?
Okay. Before I get into the values, this is going to make you laugh because I've called different roles I play and different caps I've worn. I was actually a medical student. Let me start with that.
Oh, okay.
I did medicine till I was in 200 level. I did medicine and surgery where we got to the part of dissecting cadavers and things like that.
Sure.
But while I was growing up, I knew I wanted to be in the financial sector because of my dad. Waking up, seeing him wear his suit and carry his briefcase in the morning, I said, I want to be like that. I like that. So I would want to be like him. I'd known that, but I didn't tell them. And when I had done like 200 level, medicine was okay, but it wasn't me. It wasn't giving me room to shine, like my personality. I was like, okay, I can do this, but this is not me. So I just called up my parents and told them, I don't want to do this. Okay, what do you want to do? I want to go into finance. So that has always been the picture of my dad stuck in my head. But I'll say one of the values I've learned from him, there's something he used to tell me: if something seems too good to be true, question it. It probably is too good to be true. So I tend to second guess everything. If something looks too real, I take a step back to look at it critically. Why, or somebody is offering you something that is unbelievable. I know that naturally human beings are not altruistic if there is nothing in it for them. It's not a bad thing. Most people are selfish. If they are going to help you, there has to be something in it for them. Again. So because of that, he makes me look at that. I question almost everything to say, okay, what's in it for this person? Is it exploitation? Or is it just fair game? You win, I win, and things like that. That was the major thing I learned from my dad.
And what advice would you have told your younger self?
Okay, I'll tell my younger self mistakes are very costly. One wrong event can change the whole course of your life. So I would say I'll tell my younger self to always look at the bigger picture. Whatever decision you're making today, think of how it's going to affect the future.
Yeah.
Because when we were younger, I was really silly. We did lots of silly things, and I felt, well, you only live once, rather. So just do it. There's nothing to hurt. And these little things that seemed like nothing, years later, you begin to see how it affected your life, how it shaped your life. So I'll tell myself to question every decision, think it through, and think of the big picture, how it might affect your future.
Writing notes. This reminds me. You must know.
Take notes.
So, being in this panel with us, with the diversity of African women from different cultures, and of course our lovely lady Umeh, what have you learned from those women in terms of women empowerment? I'm sure you had a different perspective when you entered the show and now who you are today.
Okay, that's a very beautiful question. Before the show, being a Nigerian as well, when I go to somewhere new that's not really home, I tend to stick to myself or stick to my clan. So yes, I don't want
Stick to myself and
stick to my clan.
Okay.
So my fellow Nigerians, I want to stick with them. I never gave myself room to interact with people from other countries. I just watch you, observe you, but I don't go too close, because I feel first things first, there's this notion that Nigerians are not really liked outside the country. It may be true, it may not be, but that's what we Nigerians think. So I tend to stay back, and I don't know you, I don't know your values, I don't know the kind of things I may say that may offend you. So stay on your own and I stay on my own.
Yes.
Now being on this show, I had to interact with people from Aniele from South Africa, Davina from Zimbabwe, Rachel from Kenya, and Zana from DRC.
Yes.
I used to feel like Nigerians were high up here, like nobody can touch us. When it comes to Africans, we are the best, we are the most intelligent, we know everything. Shocker. I came here, I met very intelligent people, and I heard them, and I'm like, oh, okay, this one is giving me a run for my money. It's not only we. But another beautiful thing is what Aniela is doing, like, she's a big star of the show.
Yes.
And we are newbies, we're new faces. She made us feel very comfortable, even before the show started, like inviting us to her house for lunch, to bond.
Yes,
And,
to actually get to know each other. That's nice.
And from where I come from in Nigeria, celebrities don't act that way to commoners. They always make sure you know who they are as celebrities. So, this is my position, stay here. She didn't do that with us. We came in, she hugged us, she was gisting with us, brought her friends. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, wow. And that set the tone for the show, because when we did that, we all connected, we had a chemistry.
Yes.
We now became genuine friends, so it was easy to interact. Then we're seeing that we're not so different after all, even though we come from different countries and we have different experiences. As Africans, we have so many commonalities, too many things that are common with us. Rachel is a sweet girl. She's very, very sweet. If you watch the show, she's just
So sweet.
she's your girl next door. So you can understand that somebody can be intelligent, can put out a point without being aggressive,
Yeah.
calmly, but she's stating her point and telling you, this is the way I reason. I learned that from her. Rachel, Zana is very eloquent. The way she talks, her mannerisms. It's beautiful to watch, and it's just so refreshing that we have each other's back.
Yeah.
If someone is not feeling good today and we have to shoot, everybody comes, okay, this person is not feeling good. What do we do? Do we have to play music? Do we have to dance? Do we have to feel good for,
That's nice.
lifting each other up? We don't let anyone stay down. So that's beautiful to see.
So if you had to define it now, in your terms, women empowerment, how would you define it?
Oh, it's helping women, helping each other as women. Because here's the thing, generally the world is patriarchal by design.
Yeah.
From even the old books, the Bible and things, everything has been patriarchal. And so women are slightly disadvantaged in things. I think it's important that we stick together to help ourselves, because if we don't come together, we are trying to be divisive amongst each other, nobody benefits.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't benefit anybody. So women have to come together to set out, what do we want? What are the rules? How can we be better? How can we get more, from men? And I know this whole women empowerment, it scares men a lot. It's so beautiful to see. When you talk about feminism, men get scared. They believe, okay, women want to take over from us, they want to overthrow. Well, I don't even know where you are that we're overthrowing you. They want to overthrow us, they want to take our roles, they want to be men. No. I feel if feminism is well defined, everybody should be a feminist, even the men. It's just trying to, equal opportunities for men and women. Just be fair to women. They're already disadvantaged by nature. So just be fair to them. Let's all do things equally, not because of gender, but because, we know, we can be.
Yes.
Simply these factors I just mentioned. It's just fairness for everybody. That's what I would say.
So I'm gonna get into the relationship department.
Okay.
You've been married for 6 years with your husband, right? What have you learned about yourself as a wife? And how, how they say it takes two for a relationship to work, but also at the same time, I feel like you learn a lot about each other and things change. Especially with this COVID, you're right at its faces, and now certain things come out and you're like, I've been married you for this long, Kanti, and then what's happening?
I need a drink for that.
So how did you rediscover about yourself and the top highlights of what makes a marriage solid?
Okay, I'll
For
start with
us that are wanting to get into marriage.
Okay, let me start with the good foundation of marriage. I would say is friendship, and it can be overstressed because at some point there are butterflies in your tummy. You feel good. Oh, I'm in love and all of that. But being together for too long, these butterflies will fly away, and then reality will set in. It's not always going to be lovey-dovey. So if you did not have the foundation of friendship, it might not stand the test of time because when the whole lovey-dovey ish is out, what next? What next that you have to see someone, and I'm going to link this with what I've learned about myself.
Yes.
Before I got married, I didn't think I was a marrying type because I'm someone who gets bored easily. I love change. So I love to change, and I was thinking, am I going to be holed up with one man for the rest of my life? Like I wake up every day and I see this person for the rest of my life. How am I going to do that? It's going to even irritate me, but because we were friends long before we got married,
Wow.
he's my buddy. He is someone I talk to, I like to talk to, to pick his brain. We discuss things and other things. So when I did get married, I was scared that this marriage may not last. Not because of him, but because of me. That I may get tired or something. But we've been together for 6 years. Trust me, I was hoping that by 3 years we should review the marriage, maybe get married to somebody else, every 3 years, just keep reviewing so that it's fresh. But then I can see that even when we are not in love, we are friends. We talk as friends. Yes.
Yeah.
This whole pandemic was, all up. He used to go to the office every time, but now he works from home, and he's been working from home since the beginning of the pandemic. You can imagine. So he's in my face every time. But instead of me getting, tired or something, we got stronger in our friendship, in our bond. If you see us, we don't relate as lovers. We relate as good friends. We talk about issues. So even when I'm not in love with you, I need your advice on this thing. Let's talk as friends. So what do you think about this? What do you think about that? It's a friendship that has sustained us. Because if we weren't friends and it was just the love, when the love clears from the eyes, who's the stranger? What am I doing with you? I'd like to get out. So I think if you are going to get married, the first thing, just make sure that person is your friend.
Yeah.
So that if you take away the love, take away the good times, take away the sex, what next?
The sex, guys.
Yes, because there will be a plateau in marriage where sex is not going to be everything anymore. You have all the time in the world to do that, but real life will happen to you.
Yeah.
And you may not even think about sex.
Because you end up being roommates, ne? It's true, ne? About
Yes,
this roommate thing.
roommate situation.
Yeah, ne?
Mm-hmm.
So now we know technique, guys. Friendship is solid, and having that intellectual conversation, like what you're saying. Impact and inspiration. What does impact and inspiration mean to you?
Impact, inspiration. I would say impact is positive change, positive influence. If I say something or someone has an impact on me, that means you are changing me for the better. There's something about you that is making me want to be better or be positive. And I think it's almost linked with inspiration as well. So if you are my inspiration, you just make me realize I want to be better. You inspire me, which means there is something about you I look up to. So I would want that, to do better, to be like you. Because if I look up to you, that means you're here and I'm here, right? So if I'm looking up to I want to be this. So I'm saying, I would say that it's a realization of wanting to be better. Totally.
Ooh. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. So now I've got a game question, ne?
Okay.
Before we end.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 5 questions,
Okay.
and you have to answer them, not ask. Answer them in a split of less than a minute, so 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite fashion icon?
Oh, you said not less than a minute.
Yes.
Ooh. Rihanna. Oh.
Okay. Ideal getaway?
A place, the beach, nature all around me. Nobody, just me. Maybe get out, but you get the drift.
Favorite meal you love to cook for your husband?
It's what we call beans and plantain, Nigerian meal. We both love it. It's our fave. It's
the favorite.
madness.
Worst food you have ever cooked?
Jeez, funny jollof rice.
Really?
Yeah, which is supposed to be one of the easiest things, but I made. Oh, it was
Does it
horrible.
burn easily?
It burns easily if you put a spoon to turn it. That's the trick. You don't turn it while you put it on the fire.
You
Just
just
let it
leave
take its
it.
time. Yeah.
The one thing that you can't live without.
Right now, I'm not going to say air, water, and all of that. That's normal. I'll say my phone. Sorry.
Are you addicted to your phone?
Guys. Yes, I'm an addict.
That
Sue
you
me.
always have to be updated with what's going on.
Yes.
And then your favorite quote.
Quote.
Yeah.
This doesn't really apply to anything, but I just like it. She stoops to conquer.
Oh, okay.
She want me to elaborate on it?
Yes. You see my look, man. Now you get me, man.
So you see, it will take me back to the discussion we had about women empowerment and feminism. Like I said, women are disadvantaged, and I think it's only fair that they be given a chance. For instance, nobody polices what men does with their bodies, right?
Yeah.
That courtesy should also be given to women, because everybody wants to know how is she dressed, what is she wearing, what does she look like, and all of that. Nobody does that with men. So I just believe extend that courtesy to women. Inclusion in financial conversations. You find out that I'm a human resources person, so
Yes.
I know that when it comes to, most people don't even know you negotiate for salaries. Most people don't know you can. They're just happy to get a job and they jump right into it. And I find out that men negotiate, women don't. So they go out to cry and say, yeah, they pay men more than they pay us. No, baby, you just didn't negotiate. And why can't women negotiate? Because there's financial inclusion is lacking. A woman, her bride price on Lobola is going to be paid, and she's not part of the conversation. It's the men that discuss all these things.
That's true.
You understand? So financial inclusion, it's just lacking. They don't know how to negotiate. They don't know what to say. They don't know that they can fight for things. And you find out that when a woman is trying to fight for things or negotiate, they say she's acting like a man. Why shouldn't it just be normal? So some people also make the excuses of men are stronger physically, so because they do stronger things, maybe they should be paid more. But they also forget that women are stronger intellectually, mentally, sometimes, emotionally. How does that translate to funds? Nobody translates that to funds. There's something I've said on the show before: genitals are not used in the kitchen. Why are women relegated to the kitchen when it's not your parts that you're using? Why is it a woman role? Why can't men also help out in the kitchen? So there are just so many things that happen that looks very, mundane, but it affects women in every way. So what I keep trying to tell men when they come at you because they're very defensive when you talk about this whole feminism, no, women want to be men. No, it's an abuse of your humanity to be a man. Allow men be men. We are women. We are seen as more feeble, but yes, play your role. She stoops to conquer. Play your role as a woman. You understand? And you find out that most times you are the one making all the moves. Also in my home, it happens. He may want something, I may want something, and we're not seeing eye to eye on that.
Yeah.
I let him be a man. No, this is what we want. I'm the head of the house. I planned that. I have my ways. Okay, I let you win. I concede. It's not every battle you must fight for. I let you do this. But eventually, you find out that everything I want will happen in that house. The strength of a woman.
There you go.
Yes.
An advice that you'd like to leave to the audience?
Guys,
Yeah, but
life is hard, but you got to wing it. You have to wing it. You have to hang in there. You are closer than when you first began. Hang in there. Quick example of my life. A year ago, my life was, nothing was happening. Nothing was moving. It was just depression. And I just hated my life because nothing was happening. The kind of jobs I wanted, given my qualifications, I wasn't getting it. Nothing was moving for me. I had to be dependent on my husband for money, and I don't like that. I like the good things of life, so I have to have my own money to fend for myself. And it felt like, this was how my life was going to be all the time. But I kept having hope that something was going to come out. Something. I didn't move to South Africa for nothing. And then this job found me. I didn't go searching for the job. I opened Twitter, saw a casting call. Okay, they told us send a video. I sent a video and things like that. And then my life has changed. Now look at me doing interviews, being a star and all that.
you know what I
things
mean?
like that. So just hang in there.
And
Life
now
will
I'm
happen
going
to
to
you.
ask for a signature. You must know. But now it's been amazing having this interaction with you.
It's been amazing talking to
And
you.
finally meeting you. Like, guys, how we met through Instagram, guys. This is life. But please, guys, do follow Absolutely Pal on Instagram and also on Twitter, so that you guys can follow her about the show, the buzz, and all other fashion tips as well that I love. I must say.
And you're a fashionista. I peeped you.
And also that hair. I'm coming for lessons. There's this hair, guys. Please go on the Instagram. It's done into a knot, Tony. Hey guys, you must know she's a fashionista for note. But otherwise, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with Tendai, Incite with Tendai. Actually, now I'm forgetting my own show. I mean, but before, I do have a surprise for you.
Oh yeah.
I've got a surprise for her that she's not aware of. We always like to leave a gift for our guests. So I'm gonna actually go and collect it and actually give it to you.
Okay.
Here is the gift I love, just to show some appreciation and to say thank you for coming to the show.
Now you're making me shy.
I hope I'm being romantic.
Thank you very much.
Tell
Do
your
I have to open it?
husband. If you want to take a little sneak, you can be allowed to. Hope you like it.
You know I love it. You know. Thank you very
so
much.
And there we go, guys. And it's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in with Incite with Tendai. And we will see you next time. I'm not going to tell you who it is, so hold your horses, guys. Thank you. Cheers!